Tauranga mai e te motu nei, tauranga mai e te ao nei. Manawa hiketia mai, manawa hapainga mai. Kia pere mai, kia tata mai, e hai. Nau mai, hara mai, wakatau mai ki taurohi e Manawatu. Ko tararua nā pai maunga, ko Manawatu te awa, ko kura haupo te waka, ko rangatāne te iwi. Ko whātonga te tangata, te niwhetu ko ki te rangi, ko rangitāne ki te whenua. Ko wai ahau, ko Bevan Martini ahau.
Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. It's our pleasure at Ballpark Broadcasting to bring you the grand final coverage of the 2024 Softball New Zealand Under-19 Girls Championship at Colquhoun Ballpark in Palmerston North, nestled right in the heart of the beautiful Manawatu region here in New Zealand. I'm Gary Rohihi for Ballpark Broadcasting, and joining me in commentary will be former Black Sox legend and Black Sox Bevan Martini.
Gary.
No worries. Out there on the diamond right now, we have Hutt Valley and Canterbury. They've come through 3 days of competition to end up here in the grand final. So all to play for, Bevan. We're expecting a typical grand final from these two traditional foes.
Ai, tika Gary, tika. Ai, ko te tima o te tangata whenua o tau tahi. Ai, ko te manuhiri o te here taunga. Karawhiua.
Well, the game has just got underway here in the first innings, and out on the hill for Canterbury, he's just thrown the first pitch as Mackenzie Bailey McDowell. She's pitching to Colquhoun behind the dish. The lead-off hitter for Hutt Valley is number 3, Riley Watt. So there we go. It is absolutely beautiful day here in Palmerston North. We've got sunshine. The temperature, I imagine, is up around 24 degrees. Couldn't be more perfect conditions for what should be an absolutely treat of a final.
Ai, he rā mokopuna, Gary. It's an outstanding day, a grandparent day out here. It's come out to shine just like our grandparents when they see their moko turn up to come and see them. So, ai, he took up.
Well, there we go. Riley Watt, the lead-off hitter for Hutt Valley. I've seen this girl around age grade softball for a little while now. Very accomplished hitter, contact hitter with a lot of speed around the base. So, fireworks from Hutt Valley. Of course, Hutt Valley come to the grand final, courtesy of being unbeaten, and Canterbury in similar fashion. Their only loss was to Hutt Valley on the way through to the grand final. So the two best teams in the tournament have emerged and are going to battle here in the grand final. There we go. That one just goes down the third base line. Hutt Valley being very aggressive right from the get-go.
Ai. Poi toru, hau kai, rua. O te kairaku Riley Watt.
Right, Riley Watt flies one out towards third base, gets underneath it and almost comfortably takes it for the first out here in the ball game. Well, just while we change over batters, we'll just quickly run you through the Hutt Valley batting lineup. Riley Watt, as you've just seen, was the lead-off hitter. Out there right now is number 2, Ayla Toman. She'll be followed by Misha Shaw-Wallace. Mason Kurini Iwiko, who is the DP in the lineup, comes in next. Jada Walters Rangitihi is followed by Maggie Shields. Then Emily McCormick, Angela Harrison, and rounding out their order is Matangiho Nuku. And for Canterbury, we'll just quickly run you through their defensive lineup. Out of right field, Madison Parsons. Centre field is Sophie Yaram. Melissa Chapman at left field. Shiloh Delator is the shortstop. In the hot corner, who just took the catch, is Caitlin Henderson. Te Ana Tawhiao is at second base. Amy Goodmanson at first base. Mackenzie Bailey McDowell is doing the pitching to Akaya Ratu behind the dish.
Haukai rua. Napa.
Excuse me. Well, there's another team out there, of course, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just quickly run you through the Blues for this game. Behind the dish and all mic'd up so that we can hear what's going on out there is Michael Lee. At first base, you've got Tama Howard, Rebecca Taylor at second base, and Ben Dyerson out there patrolling at third base. Under 19s come through 3 pretty intensive days of competition. Canterbury and Hutt Valley, but also locally we've had Manawatu, Waikato, counties, Auckland, all the usual here to battle it out, and Wellington, of course. So good to see such a well-attended tournament.
Aye, great to see this tournament, Gary. You know, it's a round robin. There's no two sides of the table where these teams don't face each other. I think it's an outstanding situation for every team to turn up to a tournament and play in 3 games a day. You know, you come here to play softball. You don't come here to just to turn up and play 1 game or 2 games. And great to see. Yeah, absolutely. In contrast, I've just come fresh up from the boys tournament, which is running concurrently down at Fraser Ballpark, and can tell you that also has been a very hotly contested tournament. Not quite up with who's in the grand final down there, but I'm sure that will also be a good one. I think it's Franklin versus Hutt Valley in the
Franklin
final
made it through, Hutt Valley.
Yep.
Hutt Valley will be looking obviously to do the double and take out both championships. We've got a couple of good teams, and Canterbury and Franklin will be looking to stop them from doing that. There's a nice pitch to strike out Ayla Tooman from Mackenzie Bailey McDowell. Bailey McDowell, of course, is playing at every level currently in the game, all the way through to White Sox, and is well known in representative circles around the country. Very accomplished player. Most of the Hutt Valley and Canterbury teams are playing at other representative levels, so should be a very tightly contested contest.
No Taranaki Bailey. Mackenzie.
Good to see the Naki representing. And there we go. Misha Shaw-Wallace it is who holds out at shortstop. Gets taken at first base for the 3rd out. Here in the top of the first innings. The top of the first innings complete. No score on the scoreboard. We'll be back in just a minute with more action.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. Beep, beep. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take control of your career with Trade Staff.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Golden Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Golden Home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home you'll own. Golden Homes.
Golden Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've just started in this grand final here at the Softball New Zealand Under-19 National Girls Championship here at Colquhoun Park in Palmerston North. Canterbury taking on Hutt Valley here on Diamond 1. And it is Canterbury who are going to come out and do the batting here in the bottom of the first innings. I'll quickly run you through their batting lineup in their order. So the lead-off hitter will be number 1, Shyla Delator. Caitlin Henderson will come in before Kairatu. Mackenzie Bailey McDowell comes in the 4 spot. Madison Parsons followed by Madison Dysart, Melissa Chapman and Sophie Yaram, and rounding out their batting order is Amy Goodmanson. For Hutt Valley's defensive lineup in this innings, it will be out at right field, Maggie Shields. Centre field is Emily McCormick. Matangi Ho Nuku at left field, Ayla Tuman. At shortstop, Jada Walters Rangitihi is in the hot corner. At second base, Riley Watt. Misha Shaw Wallace at first base. Angela Harrison is the pitcher, pitching to Alana Brown. Catching in this one for Hutt Valley.
Ai, kei te mihi a Shayla Delator. Ai, tana papa kei te papatuhi o te Manawatu. So Shayla's, the daughter of Paul Delator, who played here many years, but he batted on the other side of the plate. Tere te hikoi. I wonder if she's as quick as her dad used to be running around these bases. But great to see generations coming through, Gary. He wakapapa o te poiuka.
Absolutely, we've got a number of players out there who are generational in our sport, have parents and grandparents who go a long way back. And it has always been a feature of our sport that we feature kids and grandkids in the sport. I'm already coaching my own grandkids, so they're already coming through.
That's all the best.
But there we go. Out there is Shia Delator, looking to do the job for Canterbury and get him started. It's a nice drop pitch out there. Angela Harrison.
He tino pai te e pakiraro. Hoki ki ta pai. Shayla Delator.
Looks to be a tall, strong pitcher. Angela Harrison. I haven't seen a lot of her in the last couple of years. The pitcher they have used in the past few years, Mason Karini Uiko, who is a local girl, travels down to Hutt Valley to play a softball.
He tino taina Angela Harrison. She's a young one. She's 15 years old coming through, and absolutely great a figure to be standing on the mound, a bit like our old past woman who used to be out there, or Gina Webber. Got the size and the height, and definitely a menacing force at the age of 15 with future to come forward. Great to see.
Yeah, so young. We'll be seeing her for a number of years, obviously in the under-19 grade.
Who knows? She may have her name on may have a plane ticket going to the under-18 girls this year. Who knows? That team's due to come out.
I see there's a fresh team due to be named for the NFC.
Yes.
Coming up.
Yeah, and it's great to see that they're able to come in and play a bit of a stiff competition. Some of these girls, obviously, some of them will play for their own provinces, with the likes of Mackenzie Bailey McDowell and Colorado.
There's a hard hit ball out to left field this time to get Canterbury going in this one. Caitlin Henderson it is. Kairatu it is, sorry.
Right. E tino pai te patu te poro ki te rohe o Maui.
She'll make way for Mackenzie Bailey McDowell. Quick look at the batting stats this morning. She's batting somewhere around 450. So
e rua nā manu o te timo o tautahi. E toko tūmo ana e kōrua. So those two girls are probably the two foundation rocks of Canterbury. There you go. That's the top there, no, you're not. Right.
Hard swing there from Bailey McDowell.
E tana mama Jay Bailey. E mihi atu a Jay. E te wharaunga. Titiro ki tō mama, Auntie Ollie. Ka titiro tana ko te tautoko o te mokopuna. Mackenzie, so great to see Auntie Ollie here supporting her grandchild. And obviously the daughter of a great New Zealand player, Jay Bailey. Mackenzie is.
As that one goes back and rattles the roof of the clubhouse. Good battle starting to emerge here between The pitcher, Harrison and Bailey McDowell.
Ai, kai epa.
Just showing a bit of respect, keeping it out of the zone.
Ai. Poitahi. Ai, kai rua.
1 ball, 2 strikes is the call. Oh, this time we see a lose controller. One has gone over the top. Ratu has made her way down to second base. Scoring opportunity now for Canterbury.
Ai. Ko te oma, ko kai oma, Caitlin Henderson, e rua puta. So there's 2 outs, so kai Ratu had to come in and, as the catcher. So the 2-out catcher rule came into play.
So we have a runner and we have the last out.
Ai. He nui te pakanga noa nei. Good battle forming right here.
Yeah, she's Bailey McDowell. She's a hard out. She takes pitches deep into counts. This time she's pop-flied one back to the pitcher, gets underneath it comfortably and takes the out and defuses that situation for Hutt Valley. 1 innings complete. There are no runs on the scoreboard and what's already shaping up to be a tight grand final. We'll find out what happens next when we come back.
Hi, I'm Les Kendall, CEO of Temperzone. Innovation is at our core to produce ever more relevant technology, pushing the bounds of
Well, welcome back as we see a lovely shot of the crowd enjoying the sunshine here at Colquhoun Ballpark in Palmerston North. And of course they're enjoying the action out on Diamond 1 here with Canterbury going toe-to-toe with Hutt Valley. We've had the opening stanzas, the first inning's complete. We're in the top of the second inning. And we've got Madison Parsons, number 8, out there to bat for Hutt Valley. No score in the ball game.
Right, haukai tahi. Poi tahi. Haukai tahi.
Canterbury came through, as I mentioned before, with just the 1 loss through the round robin. The full round robin it was. Every team got to play every other team in the tournament.
Poirua. Haukai tahi.
Of course, there's another team from the South Island represented here this week as well. It's good to see Southland sending a team all the way up to Palmerston North to come and experience some under-19 representative softball.
Poi toru.
Welcome to them.
Haukai tahi. Ai, tika. And that's what they used to happen too, you know, they used to get around, and obviously, you know, now COVID's gone and financial situations, people are able to fundraise and get out there and attend these tournaments, which has been very helpful.
There's a nice hit down the first baseline. It has hit the base. At this stage, she's staying out there. Going to talk about whether it's foul ball or not and which base it hit. Our angle was a little bit difficult to see.
Hey, tika. Hey, pipe. Hey, pipe, get the papatahi.
Runner is safe.
Right, Mason, good in Iwako. Right, kua tai mai nei. Jada Walters.
Mason Kirini Iwakau up to bat now. Sorry, Jada Walters Rangitihi. Get that right. Sorry about that.
Koitahi.
Hutt Valley, none down, a runner of 1. Definitely an opportunity for them in this situation. Gives the coaches options. Craig Simon's out there at third base. There's a nice bunt put down this time and moves the runner to 2. It's a nice sacrifice, goes all the way to an unoccupied third base. There's some good running.
Ai, he tino teka tako ai oma. Ka pai, ka Mason Kudini Iwakau.
Smart enough to see that the base was open and kept going.
Ai.
Canterbury will probably kick themselves. That's a little error that they've made.
And it's not like Canterbury. You know,
No.
Canterbury have always got those things covered. They've all got the bases covered. It was just a perfect bunt that was laid down there.
Good job in Hutt Valley. They now have pressure on the scoreboard now with the runner 60 feet away at third base. Maggie Shields up to bat, number 55.
Ai o te whanaunga Brad. You know, definitely got the height.
Yeah.
And obviously Brad played when he was
He did.
when he was coming through the grades in Hutt Valley.
Brad Shields, I hope I get it right, but his school at Taita College. Oh boy.
Over.
Fouls that one back. All the way to the fence. Very tall batter. Maggie Shields.
Ai.
Very fast around the diamond.
He tino pai o te Nete Poro. So, you know, she's got very good in both sports. Netball, obviously, netball are fighting to keep her in the sport, and we obviously would like her, obviously, to stay in. And you know, who knows, she could be out on the diamond at the Olympics in 28 or 32. You know, and
it is.
keeping those athletes.
It does seem to be a harder thing to do. In days gone by, it was a little bit easier to be multi-sport and be elite in more than one sport. But these days, with the demands made on them, not just during their season, but throughout the year, it is harder to be elite at more than one sport.
Ai, tika.
So a decision you do get to a point where you have to make a decision. This time she's hit it out to second base. The out is made for the second out in the innings, but not before the first run scores for Hutt Valley, and they open their encounter here in the top of the second innings.
Ai, he tino pai Maggie Shields, ka puta te poro. You know, that was outstanding hit for her, hitting the opposite field, keeping the ball away from third base and shortstop. So
hit it in the direction it was exactly where it needed to be.
And that's what you do when you're trying to teach everybody to hit. You want them to hit the opposite field, and she did that nice thing. So ka hoki ki te kainga, a Mason Kudini Iwakau to score the first run.
Emily McCormick comes into bat now, number 7. I've seen most of these girls come through the treadmill, we'll call it, out at Hutt Valley, because they've the development out there in the last few years has been excellent, and we're seeing that with the amount of quality players they're able to field in this under-19 team. All of them, I will add, are quality players. Canterbury in a similar vein, and I talked to the Canterbury boys coach a couple of days ago, but their development as well, and the clubs right across the region down there are all on the same page when it comes to development, and you're seeing some very strong age grade teams come through now from Canterbury as well.
Ai, tika Gary, he tino pai te tautoko o te mānakitanga o nā taina o te poiuka. You know, down in Canterbury they've got things set up for their younger generations, put them in scholarships, pathways through the high performance sport, giving them opportunities to train with the elite people, and obviously it's paying off for them.
Yeah, and their senior elite players, Black Sox, etc., they make a lot of their time available to assist with that development in those pathways, which is excellent.
He hapa.
Swing, fouls it back this time, Emily McCormick. Only yourself to get out there now. 1-0 it is to Hutt Valley here in the top of the second innings. Very early days. Canterbury won't be frightened by a 1-0 scoreline. This time has hit hard out to third base. Fields it cleanly and throws it across the diamond for the third out. Here in the innings, it's a nice play by Canterbury to get themselves out of that one. Top of the second, finished 1-0 to Hutt Valley in this one. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Super Rugby titles. Don't let the heels fool you. Wendy crushed two of the biggest names in men's tennis to go all the way at Wimbledon. Tony, one of New Zealand's most impressive multi-sport players. Try playing and taking out a rugby league grand final, a grand slam, and the New Zealand Cup all at once. Mary Adams came from nothing to take Cleveland to the playoffs. Where to next? Well, she won the New Zealand Derby with Ginger Nuts. Finally, meet Richard Sykes, a man with many loves, 80s hip-hop, whose dog barked Twain, and winning, specifically, the Cup final at Wembley. Now it's your turn. TAB, now you're in the game.
Well, welcome back to Colquhoun Ballpark, Palmerston North, where we've got the grand final happening in front of us. Hutt Valley versus Canterbury, Softball New Zealand Under-19 Championship for 2024. Hutt Valley, after 1.5 complete innings, enjoy a very slim margin, 1-0 over Canterbury. Canterbury obviously looking to do their part right now with number 8, Madison Parsons, out there to bat. About what you'd expect, Bevan, at this early stage between these two teams, both trying to keep it tight. Hutt Valley have already showed their credentials with the bat.
Canterbury won't be happy with them letting that run in. It was just that basic error of leaving third base open that they're able to score that run. You know, you take it where she stayed at second, that ground ball to second base, she only would have got to third, and then that last out she wouldn't have scored. So Canterbury be kicking themselves, but kia kaha, wahine mā.
There's a nice job done by Angela Harrison out there, already impressing on the mound for Hutt Valley. She struck out Madison Parsons.
Ai hoki ki te pai, Madison Parsons. Te no pai te epa Angela Harrison.
Number 16, Madison Dysart, comes into bat for Canterbury this time. She's hit this one hard. It's gone high out towards centre field, who gets under it nicely and takes the catch for the second out.
He tino pai te patua te poro, ki runga I te rangi, te hopu te poro, te rohe o Wainga.
Emily McCormack was out there doing the good job for Hutt Valley. That'll bring to bat number 15, Melissa Chapman for Canterbury. Canterbury have already upped their aggression. They're swinging at anything in the zone and swinging hard and getting contact, so that's good news for them as well.
Poitahi, ko puta e rua, 2 outs.
This time it's swung hard again. This time it's gone between the two outfielders. It's going all the way out onto the track. She rounds one, goes to 2, and there's an awesome stand-up double This time for number 15, Melissa Chapman.
Ai, tino pai te patua te poro a Melissa. Kei Wainganui I nā rohe o te Wainganui o te matau.
Canterbury now answering with pressure of their own on Hutt Valley. Sophie Yaram up now, number 10.
Ai, he pai. Ki te raro o nā kai rākau. Well done for the bottom half of the order, getting on base. That's what you're after.
So we've got a running change out there at second base.
Canterbury batting 7th, 15th, replaced by...
Number 12 goes out there to run, Jade Krosky.
Thank you.
Ko puta e rua, 2 outs. Ko tahi e manu.
2 outs and the rally's on for Canterbury.
Ko tai mai a Sophie. E apa.
Number 10, Sophie Yaram in the box for Canterbury this time it is.
Oh, tino tata. Oh, he
must have
pātai
been
ki te
close.
kai wawau. Kai whi te poro.
Everyone just stalled and had a close look at that. Umpire's got the call. Harrison gets another one low in the zone. Batter swings at that.
Poitahi, hau kai rua.
Just wondering what the coach is thinking out there. Maybe a steal could be on.
E apa.
Just to maybe pile a little bit of pressure onto that infield out there, Bevan.
No. Just they can bring their third baseman in just a little away from the base. You know, the shortstop's playing more up the middle, so you know there's opportunities there. And whether he's risking to do that with 2 outs.
Nice job being done here by Yaram at the moment.
Pai te kai hopu. Alana Brown keeping the ball in front of her so that base runner doesn't move to second. To move to third, Arawa mai.
This one's hit up the middle. It goes to shortstop who comes in hard, charges at it and makes the out. That's a great play by the shortstop. Ayla Toman for Hutt Valley. That'll end the top of the second innings, bottom of the second innings, 2 complete. It's going along very fast. They head to the dugout. 1-0 it is to Hutt Valley. We'll find out what happens again in just a minute.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Colquhoun Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Colquhoun home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home you'll own. Colquhoun Homes.
Colquhoun Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a nice shot of umpire Tama Howard out there at first base. Overlooking proceedings in this one. We're at Colquhoun Ballpark where it's Canterbury taking on Hutt Valley in the grand final. The final that decides who is the champion for the 2023-2024 season.
Kauri te tika o te epa. Mackenzie. The legal pitch was called right there. I'm not too sure what's going on there, whether it's a pause or whether it's her feet. Unsure, but she's been called quite a bit in this tournament.
She might be just not pausing long enough, going straight into it. Hard to know, but at this level they call it. And that will change the call. There we go on the screen there, the umpires. Home plate, Michael Lee. First base, Tama Howard. Second base, Rebecca Taylor. Third base, Ben Dyson. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Do a fantastic job, do our officials in our sport. Nice job of the Dugat there. Hutt Valley girls up and interested, as they should be. It's a grand final.
Poirua, haukai tahi.
Angela Harrison into bat. She's a tall, powerfully built girl.
Ai o te
Pitches
pakanga
hard.
o nā kaipa anō. You know, the pitchers are going to battle again. Here they come again. Rolls are reversed. Hai, Poirua, haukairua, 2-2.
They always know there's a bit of one-upmanship going on when a pitcher gets one over the opposition's pitcher in the batter's box, and that's exactly what's happened there. Angela Harrison goes back to the dugout, struck out. It's the first out here in the top of the third innings.
Nai, he tino pai te epa ki runga. A Mackenzie, nai, hoki ki ta pai. Angela Harrison.
Mātangi Hau Nuku comes in the 9 spot for Hutt Valley.
Haukai tahi, he tino pai te epa ki raro. Nice drop ball right there on the corner.
Just warming into her work now. If she gets on top of these guys, Mackenzie, Bailey, McDowell, it's hard to come back once she gets it on the end of a string. Hits her spots, and that's a good hit. Well fielded. Nice work.
Right, he tino pai. Mackenzie. Kia mai te poro, ka whio te poro ki te papatahi. E rua, kua puta.
Nice bit of work from the infield at Canterbury. Both infields very efficient at the moment. Just the one blemish for Canterbury, and that cost them the one run that Hutt Valley enjoy. Back to the top of the order for Hutt Valley, number 3, Riley Watt. Runs to the front of the box and looks for the running slap.
He apa.
It's a shot that coaches are coaching again.
Yeah, it's great to see because obviously it gives you a different dimension and it obviously helps with these, wahine that are fast. Put the ball in play and get them to make a play. It was a guy called Chad Colquhoun brought it into the Hutt Valley many, many moons ago, probably when Chopper was playing before my time. But it's great to see that they continue to bring it back in the game.
I remember being a teenager in Wellington and seeing Chad play. It was always a treat, one of the most exciting players in softball in those days.
Poitahi, haukai rua. Ko puta e rua.
There we go, 2 outs, ladies and gentlemen. No one on base. Hutt Valley looking to get started again, this time at the top of their order. It's Mackenzie McDowell, who's again going to be asked to do the fielding. She picks that one up nicely. Very efficient work by Mackenzie McDowell, who was involved in all 3 outs in that innings. Top of 3, finished. No impact on the scoreboard by Hutt Valley. Continue to lead by 1-0 over Canterbury. We'll be back in just a minute to find out what happens.
Here we go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are rolling through this game pretty quickly now. It's Canterbury up to bat here in the third innings. Bottom of third it is. There's a results table for you. Canterbury obviously making their way through in fashion with a 6-3 win over Auckland, wins over counties, the one blemish, the loss to Hutt Valley. Down to Hutt Valley, of course, you look, they go all the way through and win every game. So definitely the form horse in the competition. They've scored the most runs. Not far behind them is Canterbury, though. That win over Canterbury, Hutt Valley, 10-0. I have a feeling, Bevan, that that's not going to repeat itself.
No, I think that's a situation where you have a round robin, and what you're doing is you're not trying to show all your cards at once. Obviously, Hutt Valley come out to win it to go through as one, but obviously, you're playing a round robin and you have to play everyone. You have to make sure that you're, depending on who Canterbury was playing in the next game, would depend whether Mackenzie was pitching and they played their top team. So, you had to be strategic in the way you do things.
Hutt Valley, on the other hand, have run ahead rule in every game up to this one, except a 6-0 win over Wellington. But even that's fairly healthy for them. So possibly, if you had to say anything about this grand final, we haven't really seen Hutt Valley under pressure in this tournament.
No. And you're going to see that, obviously you got the two best teams going at it. And they have been for a number of years going through the age groups where these girls have obviously played against each other through the 17s, a couple of years, and now they're going to battle it out, and it's going to continue to go on, which is great to see. And it's done it over the years where Hutt Valley and Canterbury have gone toe to toe. So,
you're absolutely right. In representative terms and internationals, in some cases for a lot of these ladies, they see a lot of each other. So it's almost mate against mate in most teams that they play.
Yeah, some of these girls would have been over at American Samoa that, they did really well. The junior White Sox away with Colorado and the crew with Kitty Shaw and her team, went across there and qualified one to win it, which has given them a great opportunity to go into group stage this year. Who knows where that will be, but obviously they got a great chance to making a World Cup final in next year. So good to see.
Look forward to see how that pans out for them as we see a pop flyer. This time it's Shoya Delatua, who pop flies out to second base. A nice catch out there by Riley Watt. Amy Goodman, the bottom of the Goodmanson, she struck out. So that's 2 down now in the innings, bringing to bat number 6, Caitlin Henderson.
And obviously you see again, the left-hander hitter, these girls are playing in, so obviously they know each other. She's obviously a slapper, got a bit of speed, and even the outfield, so they know that she's not going to swing because the outfield just about standing on the edge of the ball.
There we go, we just showed you a graphic of the scorers for today's game. I'll just tell you who they are. They are Rose Barber and Alyssa Collier. 2 scorers for this grand final here in Palmerston North. This time she's leaned into one, but as Bevan said, everybody's fielding shallow, including the centre fielder, who was very nearly on the diamond to take that. But 3 down now for Canterbury in this one, and that is 3 innings, and things are marching along pretty fast. 3 complete, 1-0. Hutt Valley still cling to that lead. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful day we're enjoying for softball here at Colquhoun Ballpark. Canterbury and Hutt Valley really getting into this one now as we see a hit hard down to third base. Nicely picked up. Very efficient play there to take the out at one. So as I've said, the innings are going along very fast. We're now into the middle of this grand final, and it is Hutt Valley enjoying a 1-0 lead and an extremely tight affair as we thought it might be, Bevan.
Ai, tino tika, ka patua te poro, tuatahi. So, they're swinging at first pitches, which, is completely different than in the men's game where, there's 2 pitches, 2 outs right there. And you're not expecting that from, your second and third hitters. Obviously that first hitter swung at the first one and got out, and then your next hitter, you want him to be taking some pitches, but helping Mackenzie out. And we got 2 outs.
Well, maybe somebody's possibly had a look and seen the percentage of first pitches from Mackenzie that are strikes, and possibly that's a tactic. But you're right, you ordinarily wouldn't be giving the pitcher such an easy ride.
And obviously the old head comes in, Craig Simons, the former 1996 world champion, coaching Hutt Valley, has stepped in just to try to take a bit more time and telling his batter, hey, we don't need to go out swinging at the first pitches here. We need to stay here out in the sun. So, right.
Misha saw Wallace, who was the second out. She's also Hutt Valley's highest on the batting stats at 500, I believe. So,
right. He tino nui te whakapapa Misha, obviously her grandmother with Naomi, with the winning the World Cup and captaining those sons, and the work that she's done in the softball scene through New Zealand and obviously through Hutt Valley, and obviously the daughter of Kitty Shaw and Craig Wallace, both international in their right, and she's come out. So obviously the genes are good, and they're still hitting the ball, so great to see.
Well, I had the pleasure of sharing the commentary booth with Craig over the last couple of days as we see a hard hit out to right field. This time it's the right fielder who makes no mistake in taking the catch, and I do believe Bailey Mackenzie McDowell threw no more than 5 pitches for that whole innings. So Hutt Valley helping her out a little bit there in their outs, but no score on the scoreboard in this innings. We'll be back for the bottom of 4 in just a minute.
That's got enough shade. Quickly, please, very quickly. Yeah. Run back with me. All right.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now into the bottom of the 4th innings, and we've just been commenting off camera, Bevan, how quick this game is going. It could be over in under an hour and a half the way things are going here. I'm sure things are about to break loose. You normally do see a little bit of loosening up with the bat once they get their second looks at the pitcher.
Yeah, coming through, this is probably a very tough situation here for Hutt Valley, for Heretonga, coming in with the 3, 4, 5 hitters, very, very good hitters coming through at this stage, so they're going to be very wary and be cautious, especially with these 2 coming up.
Absolutely, Kaiaratu,
Bailey McDowell.
Yeah, probably the 2 senior hitters in the team, probably 2 of the most senior players in the team. Both players are internationals. Kaiaratu, an out-and-out athlete, hits the ball hard as we've just seen. She lines one down, and it has gone within a whisker of being a foul ball.
He hapa, he tino tata. Ka pai te kōrero o te kaiwawau.
Yep.
Mr. Dyson.
Umpire Dyson, right on the spot.
Right. He tino tata. But, you know, kia tūpato, a here taunga, kia kaia rātu. You know,
Ball 2, strike 1.
e tino kaha, she's got the power to be able to lift one over the fence. So,
Yeah.
you know, be very wary. Kia tūpato.
This time she's hit one hard. Nice diving stop by Mason Erikau out there.
Yeah, not too
Oh,
sure.
Rangitihi, number 35. Very similar builds, those two. They both wear masks. So my apologies there.
Not too sure if that'll go down in the hit. You know, they usually go if it touches the glove. You know, that's an error, but it didn't touch the glove there. So,
And this time we're looking at a short game. A bunt is offered up. Goes into foul territory. Very athletic stop. It was hit extremely hard when what would have been the 5-6 hole.
yeah, obviously the coach here, you know, he's backing his hitters behind Mackenzie to drive the runners. She puts the bunt down and advances Kaya here. So, no.
But also the obvious speed that Kaioratu possesses.
No.
And you're seeing Hutt Valley come a long way in on that bunt. Shouldn't be an issue now. It's 2 strikes, but that third base was looking ominously vacant there for a minute.
Poitahi, Haukairua. E mihi atu ki te pāpa o Mackenzie. Mike McDowell down in there in all tautahi.
And unlike Hutt Valley's innings, we are seeing Canterbury making Angela Harrison throw a lot of pitches.
Yeah, and you know, we're talking about whakapapa and all the rest of it. You know, you got Kaia Ratu, you know, obviously the daughter of Stephen, but also her mother, you know, who represented New Zealand, both represented New Zealand and come through, and obviously coaching.
Giving
coaching
back.
the junior girls, yeah, outstanding to see.
Well, Mackenzie, Bailey, McDowell out there now, going to work, keeping the ball in front of her. She's hit this one hard. This time it's out towards left field. Can't make it. It's going to go all the way out to the fence. The runner's gone around. It's been called up. Did the ball go through the fence?
No, it jumped over it. So obviously, it's on the men's diamond, and if it was a normal fence, obviously it would have hit the fence, and Kaia Ratu would have come all the way around home, and who knows where Mackenzie. But obviously, with a temporary fence out there, it's jumped over the top of that, and
so stand up double.
Yeah, stand up double there for Mackenzie McDowell. But obviously, these two girls have led the charge for Otautahi. E rua nā manu.
Beautiful piece of batting by Mackenzie Bailey McDowell there. Madison Parsons up to bat for Canterbury, and this is now a white hot pressure situation for Hutt Valley to try and dig themselves out of.
Ai, tika.
None down, and runners at 2 and 3 for Canterbury.
Just out, Alana. Just out.
Angela will be looking here to do the same as what she did last time. Trying to strike her out. Trying to strike Madison Parsons out. But different situation, like you said, Gary.
Yeah.
Ka hoki toi e rua. You know, second time around.
Second time around, they're obviously seeing the ball a bit better now. Getting used to the speed, and this time we're looking for a bunt.
Yeah, but not too sure if he was trying to squeeze in a run there. Trying to get one in, I'm not too sure.
Don't know if it's needed with none down.
Aye, all they're after is a fly ball.
Yeah.
And obviously she's number 5 hitter. Yeah, but
and the Canterbury batters now doing a good job of staying in the box, making the pitcher throw multiple pitches.
Ai, he rere ke nā e rua te tima o te heretanga o te Otautahi. So we see two different situations. You know, the last innings we saw that, you know, you said Mackenzie only pitched five pitches.
5, yeah.
You know, and
in the
now
whole innings.
And now you're seeing, you know, Angela's out there doing a great job. She just struck out there.
Madison
Parsons, you know, to get one out. But, you know, she's out there for a bit longer, and you can see the two difference, you know, accumulating it.
Well, Canterbury is only one down, so they will still be backing themselves to score at least one here, but they will kick themselves if they don't manage to, because it is a golden opportunity for them. This time it's hit hard out to left field. That is going to score one. We're going to see two come around. The ball's coming in home. It's going to be close.
Dead ball! Dead ball! Obstruction, rounding 3. You're home.
Oh.
Well, there we go. We heard it nice and loud and clear from the umpire. He's called an obstruction at third base. Obstruction on the runner. And awarded her a home plate.
It was going to be a close play at home.
Very close.
Anyway, nice tag play at home.
Yeah.
Not too sure, but great to see the catcher still hold on to the ball. Tough play at home, slide at home, but obviously there was interference rounding third, which made it, as Mackenzie carried on running, you know, and whatever happens at home, it's an umpire's call right there, and Canterbury go up 2-1.
She doesn't have to. She took the whole bag.
Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2-1. The run stands. Canterbury answering with their own. Craig Simons asked the question. I just muted the umpire there for a second. The conversations can sometimes get a little bit heated. And we only interested in the outcome, not in the how.
No. Right. He tino pai te a Madison Dysart, you know, she's come up, she's hit the ball hard twice. She got that deep fly ball to the centre field in the first at bat and drove in 2 runs there. He tino tika.
Well, she is the DP in the batting order, so she's just done her job in 2 straight innings. Got contact with the ball. As we see, this one's hit. It's well taken out of second base there. Dysart's got to go. There's a double play. Oh, I thought she laid the glove on her on the way past.
Yeah, so she laid the glove but took the ball out of the glove.
Yeah.
You know, so she tried to make the tag. She tagged it with the glove without the ball and had it in her hand, so that made that runner still free to go to second. So, kapai.
What a great innings. We exploded into action that time, and it's Canterbury who come back. They now enjoy a slim lead over Hutt Valley by 2-1. Hutt Valley have got to regroup. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Les Kendall, CEO of Temperzone. Innovation is at our core to produce ever more relevant technology, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions. Temperzone has embarked on our own decarbonising and sustainability journey, reducing our impact on the environment and the way we operate at all levels, and transitioning into a more sustainable and efficient organisation. Our products and services can assist others to make the transition and act as enabling technology to transition to zero carbon, pushing the bounds of currently available solutions and technologies that are safe and sustainable from the manufacture, installation, maintenance through to whole-of-life considerations in the circular economy.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after we have had an exciting, very exciting 4th innings. It's Canterbury who now lead the ball game by 2-1 over Hutt Valley. Situation Hutt Valley are not used to in this tournament. It was a very exciting innings with some very close calls, some good batting by Canterbury. It's Hutt Valley with Jada Walters-Rangitihi up to bat right now, who need to reply and do something to come back, as we are now in the 5th innings. Top of 5 it is, 2-1. And we talked about it just an innings or so ago that possibly Hutt Valley hadn't seen a lot of pressure on them throughout the tournament. close games can sometimes be a good thing if you end up in the final.
Aye, Tika, it just sort of puts you through that situation. Obviously, with run ruling teams and other teams haven't been on base and they haven't hit the ball, all those things come to an end when you come to play the finals. If you haven't played those situations, of make sure you're in the right position, making those throws. So, yep, different situation, but you practice all these scenarios, so hopefully they've done all the practices and come through it.
Craig and Kerry, vastly experienced softballers, the coaching staff for Hutt Valley. I'm sure they will have worked their way through this
both
in their own scenarios, both
yeah.
internationals. But similarly, Aaron Collier and Andrew Skelton for Canterbury, their coaching team, also very experienced. And also leading their charges quite well with the decisions they're making.
And, they've been through and they've helped these, they've trusted these girls, or the wahine actually, they're not girls, these girls are, they're women now, come through and given them the advice and supported them all the way through to get them to this stage.
Of course, the harmony in both squads is there to see, as they're both extremely competitive.
And who knows, in another month up at the NFC, some of the wahine are going to be again going to battle in close matches up in Rosedale Park.
That's they're calling the junior squads invitational squads. Does that mean that some of the players who would be there will be given to their provinces?
Yeah, they're going to play for their provinces. So obviously Mackenzie and Kaya, obviously those two.
Important players for Canterbury's NFC squad.
Definitely. So they'll stay for Canterbury. It gives another opportunity for other players to play in a top.
Similar with Hutt Valley and Misha and Mason and those sorts of girls.
Those ones eligible and great to see. A bit more exposure and playing against that level.
Yeah. This time we see a high hit out to centre, shallow centre, and that's going to be a safe hit for Maggie Shields. After it was Jada Walters Rangitihi who was the first out. Maggie Shields safe at first base, and it's Hutt Valley who now look to get something started here in the fifth innings. Seems like 5 minutes ago we were talking about things in the first innings, so it's gone along rather quickly. Emily McCormack up to bat, number 7.
Koitahi. Koitahi, Koitahi.
Very tense moments, especially if you're Hutt Valley. They have enjoyed healthy run getting against their opposition in the tournament, as we've mentioned. This is the first time they've been put under some extreme pressure, and it is extreme pressure. We're in the fifth innings. They've got to score 1 run to balance things up with Canterbury. They've got to score 2 to go ahead. And 5 becomes 6, becomes 7 very fast.
Aye. And obviously you can see a different innings here from Heretonga. They're taking a few pitches and keeping Mackenzie out there a bit longer.
Yeah, I think in the fourth innings, Bevan, they maybe wasted their opportunity there because they were in the top of their batting order. And 5 pitches later, the whole innings was finished. So it was an interesting one to see. I don't know if it was a tactical thing to go at that first pitch, but didn't come off. And there's still time in the ball game for them to make a change.
Yeah, pa. Poirua, haukai rua. Ko puta, ko tahi.
4-2, strike 2.
Te papatahi, Maggie Shields.
Yeah, possibly. It's only 1 down. Maybe she's fast enough to steal.
Pai, Te kai hopu, kai aratu, keeping the ball in front there, keeps that runner away from second base, doesn't advance, doesn't matter what you do, but as long as you keep that ball in front, the runner's never going to go.
Yeah.
So well done. Go boy.
This time it's hit through the 5-6 hole. Goes out to left field. Shields comes around to 2. Hutt Valley now looking to pile some pressure of their own on Canterbury. Doing it very well with runners at 1 and 2. It's a nice job out there by Emily McCormack. Bringing to bat number 19, Angela Harrison.
Yep. And it's just coming with having, after Heidi having some patience at the plate, not being, getting out early, having some patience and created opportunities like this for them. So
similar to the Canterbury innings, we're seeing a lot more contact on the ball now that they've gotten more used to the pitching. This time it's a wild pitch that advances the runners, goes through to the net. Or was that actually another illegal pitch?
All right.
Signal out there. Advances the runners to 2 and 3. Now Hutt Valley piling pressure on Canterbury. An opportunity of their own. There's only one down. Let's not forget that either.
Illegal. I know.
This time it is an illegal pitch that levels the scores up.
Right. Ko te kōrero te kaiwawa te papatahi, so the call's coming from the first base umpire.
Yeah.
Not too sure on the situation or what's going on in regards to why and how come.
With, 3 illegals called so far? 4? Interesting. That they haven't had a conference to find out exactly, so they can be on the same page and find out what not to do.
Poi toru.
Nice comeback for a strike through the zone on Angela Harrison. 2-2 the ball game now, so it just changed again. The aspect of the game has changed several times in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, but and it's like anything, you get a runner to third, you can score, so many ways. I think it's about 13 or 14 ways you can score. And I think out of those 13, I think there's only probably about 8 of them that doing it by hitting the ball.
Interesting. There's so many ways to score without the ball actually being hit.
Yeah, but
this time it's Harrison that keeps herself in the battle. It's a full count out there now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out still and a runner on 3. So the situation is still very intense for Canterbury. If you're a Canterbury supporter, they're under pressure. 2-2 the ball game now.
Foul ball.
Top of the 5th innings as that ball come off the bat. Michael Lee's had to be a very busy umpire in this game so far.
Yeah, lots been going on.
Yep.
And to be very aware of what's happening. The kōrero ki Craig Simons.
Did that hit you? Stop short of saying that you got to sell it a bit better.
Yeah, well, more base runners you get on base, the better opportunities you have. So
bodies on bases.
As a coach, you'll try to do as much as you can to help your players and your team.
This time she's hit it. It's gone into shallow outfield, over the head of shortstop. It scored Hutt Valley's runner from 3. Emily McCormack comes in, and Hutt Valley it is now who take the lead in what's becoming a seesawing ball game. 3-2 over Canterbury.
Right, ka hoki mai a here taunga. He tino pai nā kai rākau o tēnei huri pāo.
Nice job by Harrison to be very patient in the batter's box on that occasion. Brings to bat number 5, Mātangi Haunuku. There's a hard swing at the first pitch from Bailey Mackenzie McDowell.
No.
Mackenzie Bailey McDowell. I'll get that round the right way, my apologies.
Ball.
Koitahi. No Koitahi.
She's the ace. We haven't seen either team warming up pitchers in the bullpens.
Well, this is it. This is the last game of the day. Last game of the tourney.
You don't leave anything in any juice in the tank. Empty it.
Yep. Niapa. Koitahi. Hukairua.
3 balls. 1 ball, 2 strikes in a 3-2 ball game. Still only 1 out. Nice comeback from Mackenzie. This time to strike out Matangi Haunuku.
Oh, Kikita Pai.
Back to the top of the order. Riley Watt, number 3.
Thank you.
Dangerous time still for Canterbury. They've taken Hutt Valley to the top of the order. And there is a runner out there on base.
Ai. Ko tai mai Matangi Haunuku. Gone out there to beat the Kaioma. Ka hoki mai ki te Papa Angela Harrison. 2 out rule for our pitchers and catchers to make sure they
It's a good addition to the rules, including the pitcher in that one.
Yeah, just making things speed up a bit during the innings for it.
Riley Watt looking to come out the front of the box and slap a hit that one through the infield, who's feeling up very, very close to the batter. Very easily to be wrong-footed when you're fielding that close to the batter.
Koitahi, so Koitahi. Ko puta e rua.
This time she's popped it out. Second base who gets under it. They diffuse that situation, but not before Hutt Valley regain their 1-run lead over Canterbury. It is now 3-2. We're going to head into the bottom of the 5th innings. This game's still going along very quickly with Hutt Valley enjoying a slim lead. We'll be back in just a minute.
They say your home is where your heart is. I know my home is here with you. There's a world to behold. It's a better home you own with golden homes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the beautiful blue sky here at Colquhoun Ballpark in Palmerston North. We're nestled in the middle of the beautiful region of Manawatu and enjoying some amazing high-quality finals softball. 2024 Under-19 Championship for girls. Canterbury taking on Hutt Valley. And what a game it's been so far, as we see a high pop fly out to right field, comfortably taken out there by Maggie Shields here in the bottom of the 5th innings. That was number 10, Sophie Yaram, who hit that.
Ai, kotahi te epa, kotahi te puta. 1 pitch, 1 out. Might see a reverse here.
A reverse, yeah. It's interesting because the game, the whole complex of the game has changed in the last couple of innings, largely due to the batters seeing a lot more of the pitching and getting a lot more contact with the bat. Very defensive battle in the first couple of innings. It's opened up in 4 and 5 and with some runs being scored and a lot of action. 3-2, it's Hutt Valley who lead in this grand final, which is living up to the billing.
Right. Kua tai mai nei e ka te miri te whio te poro. Mason, Kurini, Iwako's down in the bullpen warming up there for Here Taunga.
Yep.
Getting ready to maybe coming in to close it out.
Mason, a very accomplished representative pitcher herself, has pitched at all levels, including international. So Hutt Valley will be looking to maybe change things up. We see a nice hit up to centre field. And Canterbury, their sticks keep hotting up. There's another hit. This time it's to Amy Goodmanson. That brings them to the top of their order with only one out.
Ai he tino pai te patu te poro a Amy. Kua tai mai nei ki runga o te nai kārako. Great time that the top of the order's coming up with a runner on base.
Atiawa Toa it is. Got herself on base last time.
Poitahi.
Lead-off hitter for Canterbury. She'll be followed by Caitlin Henderson. Already dangerous, but if you get into Kairatu and Mackenzie Bailey and McDowell with bodies on bags, then it's very much danger time.
Right. Poirua.
Been very impressed with the batteries out there today. We've got 5 innings of work now for both Angela Harrison and Alana Brown for Hutt Valley, and they've done a very good job keeping their team in the mix.
Tino pai te epa, Angela. Poirua, hau kai tahi. Poitoru.
Just looking at the outside of the plate there. Nice job, Alana Brown. Just asking the umpire. Just a little bit too far out, sir. This time it's the first walk, I believe. Angela Harrison, first time she's walked the batter.
No.
Time's out.
And kua tai mai nei, Craig Simons.
Good time for come in for a kōrero.
Aye, because you got a situation here. You got their slapper coming up, or Caitlin Henderson. If she can get them to third and to second, and you got Kairatu coming up. Obviously, Craig Simons is making a pitching change right here. He's taking out Angela Harrison and bringing in
Mason.
Kurini, Iwako to pitch.
Yeah, it's a good time for the change. Angela had done a fantastic job. You're not losing anything in terms of what you're putting out there with Mason. Very experienced pitcher. Maybe she will come from a different line.
Thank you.
And Angela's still got an opportunity to come back into it.
Well, we'll just take a quick break. We'll go into a break with this pitcher change brought to you by Ballpark Broadcasting. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hutt Valley have made their pitching change. Mason Kurini Iwako has done her warm-ups, and we are all ready to get back into this ball game. It is Canterbury now putting some pressure with one down here in the bottom of the 5th innings. They trail in the ball game by 1 run, 3-2 to Hutt Valley it is. Runners at 1 and 2. So this ball game is beginning to live up to the billing of a very tight final, and everything a grand final should be.
Ai, ko tai mai a Caitlin Henderson, and obviously ka hara mai te rohi o Wainga. The outfield has obviously moved all the way in, but I'd love to see her get a gap shot here because he's
It would be interesting.
Right.
It would be interesting. But obviously they've done their research. They know what Caitlin Henderson's going to be asked to do.
Hau kai rua. Ko puta, ko tahi.
It's a tough situation for a pitcher to come into as well, though, Bevan. And I know she's very experienced, but she's going to have to be on the money to stop Canterbury from converting these runs.
Right.
And Henderson watches one go low and outside.
Right. Poitahi. Hau kai rua.
For 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this time she's got her to swing at it. It's a drop pitch.
Right. She's done her job, though.
She'll be out, and she's done her job because those runners have moved now on 2 and 3 and in scoring positions.
So situation there, obviously she swung and missed, and the catcher missed it. She's an automatic out because it's a forced play, which gives them, and the runners run on their own choice. So.
And whilst they did get the out, this time we see one. It's gone onto the grass in centre field. It's going to score 1. The second runner comes around to score. It's going to be, the throw's going to be off.
Right.
But there we go. Canterbury have answered. This time is exactly as we mentioned. Kaiaratu scores 2 runs, and we did say that it would be very dangerous to get into that area of the batting.
Ai, tuko 2 more ana Kaia. Ko te o Tautahi. She's the rock. The immovable rock for this Christchurch team comes up. Even though it wasn't deep, it was still in the safe territory for those runners to go. We're going automatically anyway with 2 outs. So, kapai.
And the seesaw nature of this game continues. It's Canterbury that now enjoy. We won't say enjoy. You haven't been able to sit back and enjoy it at all in this ball game because it evaporates pretty quickly. But I think at this stage of the ball game, you'd rather be 1 run ahead than 1 run behind.
Yeah, and obviously, with Kaya getting to second on the throw to home plate, is given another opportunity for a run to come in to be scored or in a scoring position.
Interesting how the situations around the decisions that now need to be made by the coaches, the dynamic changes for them as well. 1 minute you're 1 run ahead, then the next minute you're 1 run down. Your thinking and tactics as far as your next bat is going to change.
Yeah, and obviously, she's gone 3 for 3. She's had 3 safe hits. Kaya.
Yeah, she really has been the standout offensively, probably for both teams in this game. But you don't rest on that because Mackenzie Bailey McDowell makes a pretty strong 1-2 double in the clean-up situations for Canterbury, number 3 and number 4.
Hey, Appa.
This one's hit straight up the middle. It goes to shortstop, makes good ground to a left to take it and throw Mackenzie out at first. And that defuses the situation for Hutt Valley, but not before Canterbury help themselves to 2 runs. Now lead this ball game with 5 innings complete by 4 runs to 2 over Hutt Valley. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There, the scoreboard says it for Hutt Valley. We are now into the 6th innings of work for these two teams here in the grand final. It's Canterbury enjoying a slim lead over Hutt Valley by 4 runs to 3. We do have some news for you, and there it is. That's the boys' final. We'll take you quickly to that. No sound available, but we can tell you that it is Hutt Valley that are leading Franklin by 11 runs to 2 in the top of the 5th innings, and that is the grand final at Fraser Park. And that is an interesting situation as we come back to the game that we're worried about right here. It's the girls' grand final to Colquhoun Ballpark, and that's a nice segue back into this game where it is Hutt Valley who in the previous innings were 1 ahead. Well, they're now 1 down.
Right, he tino pai te nā kai rākau, here taunga. They're in a good situation here with 2, 3, 4 coming up, so hopefully.
That's a hard hit. This time it's the shortstop that asks to do the work again. We are seeing some quality play now out of both shortstops. As that out is taken, that is a nice out.
Ko puta kotahi. Ko pai Sheila Tilatua.
Number 12, Misha Shaw-Wallace, whose brother has just helped himself to an in-the-park home run at the boys' grand final back in Fraser Park. What would Hutt Valley do for her to repeat that? Although she is more than capable of putting it over this fence.
I think their mother down just beside us, we wouldn't be able to contain her if that happened. Those things
Somebody
would go
tie
on.
that girl down, yeah.
Old kitty. Proud mum.
Well, we get ahead of ourselves because in the meantime it's Mackenzie Bailey McDowell who's going to work. Misha Shaw-Wallace has made contact in both her turns at bat but has been taken out. So she is probably the highest of the Hutt Valley in terms of the tournament batting. So would probably need to, or think to herself, she'd trade 1 or 2 of those for a safe hit here today. But as she flies out at first base, heads back to the dugout. This is the second out here in the 6th innings.
Right. Ko puta e rua. Ko tai mai nei Mason Gudini I wakau.
Mason, of course, come into pitch in the previous innings. She's down as the DP on the team sheet. Of course, batting in the 4 spot. Obviously very important to this Hutt Valley team. Pulls the string on that one, does Mackenzie. Possibly should have used that pitch a little bit more today.
Ne pai te kaipa. Tino pai. And it's great to see, you know, she should be using all her pitches, you know, not leaving them to late, just obviously mixing it in there.
Well, the off speed, there's a nice hit by Mason. This time it's out to left field. Does exactly what she needs to get Hutt Valley going. It's 2 down, don't forget though. Mason safe at first. Jada Walters, Rangitihi, up to bat now.
Right. Ko puta e rua. They're leaving Mason out there to run.
Yeah, it was an interesting decision. Thought she would have been replaced. Well, she's a very experienced player, so if you're in a situation now where you don't want any questions in runners' heads about where they need to be. Nice strike on the inside of the plate. Canterbury keeping it very tight. Yeah, things have loosened up and offensively, but in this inning so far, Canterbury keeping things very tight. This time, Rangitihi just a little bit behind on that one. Hammers it down the first base line. Foul.
Poitahi, hau kai rua. Ko puta e rua.
1 ball, 2 strikes, it is the call. There's 2 down here in the top of the 6th innings. Things going by still very fast in this ball game. This time it's a change of pace again. It's well picked up out at third base. She fires it across the diamond to take the 3rd out And it's Hutt Valley who couldn't capitalise on the runners on base and stay 1 run behind Canterbury as we head into the bottom of the 6th innings. Canterbury enjoy a lead, 4 runs to 3 over Hutt Valley. We'll be back in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting into the final stanzas of this ball game, and a very exciting ball game it is. It continues to be a 1-run game. This time it's Canterbury, who are 1 run ahead of Hutt Valley, 4-3. And very interesting situation for Hutt Valley. We're in the bottom of the 6th innings. They're defending against Canterbury. And we'll be looking as we head into the 7th innings to score 1 run or more to stay in the ball game.
Ai, poitahi, haukai tahi, e tino pai te epa.
Just realised when they come out to bat, it will be 3 for the game for Canterbury. This time a hit down first base, comfortably fielded out there by Shaw Wallace for the first out.
Right. Ko tai mai nei, te kai rako, a medicine dice up.
The production from the lower order batters and for Canterbury has been pretty good.
I took it, medicine up last time, drove their ball to left field.
New pitcher to get used to this time.
Yeah, up. Right. Bit more firmer.
Yeah, Mason seems to have a couple more Ks on her pitches. Ball was being delivered from a few inches lower to the ground.
No.
But very powerful. So different line, different velocity, different nice off-speed pitch there. And it's just something for the Canterbury batters that gets in the head to think about. Take a little bit of time to make some adjustments.
Okay, rua.
No balls, 2 strikes. This one's hit straight out to shortstop again. It's shortstop who picks it up and is a very close.
Oh.
And she's called safe.
He pai. Ka pai.
Took us time to make the decision.
Tino pai te oma medicine. Te kaha te oma ki te papatahi. Well done.
Madison Dysart continues her good form in the ball game. Safe at first. She's heading back to the dugout. She's going to be replaced for running, probably by Madison Parsons.
Chelsea Jones.
They brought a runner in. They brought a runner in.
3. Batting 6, 16 is out, replaced by 3.
Parsons just limped off the field there, so hopefully she's okay, but she did her job.
Aye.
Got Canterbury going with a runner, safe at 1. Bringing to bat number 15, Melissa Chapman. Yeah, nice. Nice pitch through the zone.
Okay, Tahi. There's a Chapman. Good on my Nate.
One down, goes for the turns, shakes for the bunt. Canterbury still intent on moving those bodies any way they can. They have seen what we have seen today, that once they get someone to 2 or 3, they've got an ability to convert the points on the board. Just got to get over that 60 feet from 1 to 2.
Boy, Tahi.
Sometimes that's hard to do.
Seems a long way now for me.
Yep.
Not for these young wahine toa.
As they make it look easy. And they get the opportunity. Fouls that one back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the situation for Hutt Valley will be fairly simple. They need to prevent Canterbury from doing anything on the scoreboard here. And then they will have 3 opportunities to get back to level and then maybe go ahead.
Hoi tahi, hoi kairua, ko puta ko tahi.
The ground here today as we pan around is just absolutely a picture. Manawatu Softball Association, as usual, have produced an amazing venue for a tournament. This time the out's taken it too. They take the lead runner. Nice job by the Hutt Valley infield. Keep that runner back on 1. 2 down.
Ai, e tino pai te mahiringa Manawatu, you know, the ground crew and the people that have put this tournament together, as we see year in, year out, no matter whether it's an international event or whether it's a tournament like this that supports us. Ai, e tino pai.
Nice hit. This time it's gone out to right field. It does move the runner. And this time it's Canterbury who answer with pressure of their own. Runners at 1 and 2. There's 2 down. Nice job by Sophie Yaram. And the lower order batters continue to put it out there for their team.
And just going back to the ground crew and the people that make these tournaments, they're they make sure that the games continue to go and they turn out, and it's an outstanding event and an outstanding field that they do. So namahi ki a kairinga.
Yeah, great work to the local crew. I believe it absolutely bucketed down here at one stage yesterday, and I'm told that the diamond one was a wash. But this, the drainage on this diamond and the number 2 diamond is world class, as shown by the world tournaments they've had here.
The upper,
which means that it can look a picture for all of us to enjoy today as we head into the final standards of this grand final. Mason Karini Iwiko has come out and been strong for her team.
Yep. Time's up.
Boy tahi.
Here we go. Just a quick quick conference. Catcher and pitcher.
Right.
Straight back in Canterbury.
Make sure they're both on the same page.
Tika.
Everyone's going forward.
We don't need to be crossing each other up.
Too important a situation. We want the one out. Let's focus on that. Yeah, that one low. Low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. You see Mason being very cautious around the zone. Amy Goodmanson, who put one out to the fence at her last at-bat, has hit one hard again. This time it's third base that cuts it off. Does a fine job, does Rangitihi, of cutting that off and making the out for Hutt Valley. 3 down here now in the bottom of the 6th. We'll head to the top of the 7th in just a moment. We're going to stay with the stream because we are going to look to bring you the conclusion of the boys' game. And there it is there. You got Jackson Baldwin and shot there, and we see the Franklin first base hit the ball very hard, and that is it. Hutt Valley have won it. Gloves go flying, bodies coming in from all directions. Congratulations to Hutt Valley at Sorensen Field. It is named after, of course, the Sorensen family. And it is the score, 13 Hutt Valley, 2 to Franklin. One-sided on the appearance of it, but that does not belie what Franklin have done in this tournament. They've been absolutely amazing as we see a replay of the final out. Nicely taken out there by the third baseman. And Hutt Valley win that tournament. Looking to do the double here.
Was that a double play to finish?
I think they only needed 1 out. So there would have been the force at 3 would have been the official
would have
out.
been enough.
Yeah.
Re-entry for Canterbury,
Yep.
16.
So there we see. Congratulations all round. The coaching staff for Hutt Valley. Joel Evans, Scott Easthope, and Tyson Byrne. There we go, and we're back to a grand final here as we see the animated goings on in the dugout for Hutt Valley. Hutt Valley and Canterbury now, and it is an important innings for Hutt Valley. They're 1 run down. They need to score a run to stay in this ball game. We're in the top of the 7th.
Nate, caught time my Nate. Now Maggie Shields.
And no better player for them to get them going than Maggie Shields, who's been outstanding today. Not just with the bat, but also with her defence.
Forte.
So we did talk about it before that possibly Hutt Valley hadn't felt the pressure throughout the tournament. This has been good play, obviously, by Canterbury, but we knew that the final softball was going to be way different from the round robin.
My ticker. Yeah, you come into the end, you know that this is it. You've already packed your bags, you're heading home. You know you're going home today.
Yep.
Turn up to the park. Obviously, they played the semi and beat Auckland to get there. And Canterbury obviously beating North Harbour, but this is it. This is the end for the year.
Very much so.
And for some of these girls, it'll be the last time that they play under 19s. You know, they're looking at going into the women's arena.
Into going into the senior grades, into the senior representative levels. Last time as an age grade player. This time it's hard hit by Maggie Shields. It's dropping into safe territory out of right field. And she's done exactly what Hutt Valley needed to do. Safe at first base.
Right, ka hoki mai anō, Maggie. She's come up again with the good. She was the one that come in and tied it up for them.
Emily McCormack comes in for Hutt Valley now. It's pressure time for Canterbury as they defend their very slim 1-run lead here in the 7th innings, needing 3 outs for the ball game. It's Hutt Valley who need to convert that runner to stay in the ball game. There we see the out will be important here, but the runner makes it to 2. Job done for Hutt Valley.
Right, ahoko here te Bonham, even though it's, it's a bunt. It's put the tie and run at second base.
Yep.
And it brings
to bat Angela Harrison, number 19. Replaced that pitcher in the previous innings.
And obviously good to see Canterbury make sure that they covered third base, because the last time they didn't cover third base and it got across there. So, it's good to see that,
learned from that
catcher's
situation.
Gone to third base to cover third base if the third baseman. We don't want our pitchers going across there. We want our catchers if they don't field the ball.
Yep.
So, get across and cover that base. So,
Mackenzie Bailey McDowell still being asked to do the job out there for her team. Rears back to fire another one through. This time it's popped out on second base. It's going to land safe. No man's land. Right behind second base.
Time's out.
And now that pressure just intensifies. This time there's 2 runners out there for Hutt Valley.
Ki te kōrero ki nā kai tū ko te kai paparua. Kokoe. Yours, it's yours.
As bodies, you're right, as bodies come from all directions. Not mine, not mine, not mine.
Ai. Ko tai mai nei.
Just need someone to stand up, probably the centre fielder in their situation, but Matangiho Nuku comes up to bat, number 5.
Te kai oma Bailey Simons. Ki te papatahi. For Angela Harrison.
Bailey Simons very fast. Speed is what they're going to need to convert this run. So 2 out and out athletes on the bases for Hutt Valley at the moment.
Ko puta ko tahi. He pai te hepa Mackenzie. Hau kai tahi.
Nice. Good comeback. Pitch on the outside of the plate. Called a strike. Umpire Michael Lee's done a fine job in this game. He's been asked to do a lot of work out there. Make some interesting decisions. This time it's flying high. It's the shortstop that's going back to get under it. She does a fantastic job of doing it. And that catch right there is a huge help to Canterbury's cause.
Tino pai te kai tūtata Sheila Di Latua. E tino pai te hopu te poro. Ai, e rua kua putu.
You did not want to come to the top of the Hutt Valley order with Riley Watt down there with only 1 down in this situation. So 2 out, big bonus for Canterbury. The seesaw just keeps tilting one way or the other.
And it's not an easy outright here either.
No, you're at the top of the order. Her job is to get on base.
Ai, tino pai te hepa Mackenzie come in, te hau kai tahi, and that's what you want from her. You want to come in and throw in strikes.
Well, she's not just the pitcher. Obviously, she is the pitcher to do the job, but she's the senior player in the squad. So that's the one where you want that pressure to be resting.
Poi tahi. Hau kai rua.
Fires one over the top. 1 ball, 1 strike. Very, very tense. Very tense. Everyone on their edge of the seat down here at Palmerston North, Colquhoun Ballpark, enjoying. It's been a white hot and intense game of softball.
Poirua, tau kai tahi.
Riley Watt doing a good job, getting herself into a hitter's count.
4-2, strike 1.
He tino pai te kemu I tēnei ata te Manawatu, te o tautahi o te here taunga, te pakanga o te Aotearoa te Wahinema.
This time it's Riley Watt who's put one out. It's going to be caught out of centre field. And there we go. This time they made no mistake about the catch. And it's Canterbury. Canterbury who defy the odds out there today and beat Hutt Valley in the grand final by 4 runs to 3. Bevan Martini, a great grand final.
Ai, e tino pai te kemu e rua na tima o te here taunga. Me te o tautahi e te pakanga o te Aotearoa o te Wahinema o te kaumā iwa. You know, great stage and well done to Canterbury coming through, you know, this tough tournament, and it's been great. Congratulations and commemorations to Hutt Valley. Great
Hutt
fight.
Valley very gallant in defeat. They've been fantastic throughout this tournament. Canterbury, obviously we had the 2 best teams in the tournament out there going hard at each other. They turned the tables on Hutt Valley after going down 10-0 in the round robin, but we all knew, as we alluded to earlier, that was going to mean nothing in the context of this ball game. Fantastic job done by the Canterbury team and their coaching staff to win this under-19 championship over Hutt Valley. What were the standouts for you out there, Bevan?
Oh, just Kaiaratu, you know, obviously, you know, a senior member in the team, did the job behind the plate, and obviously she also come up with 3 for 3. You know, she come up in clutch positions, either to drive runs on or be on the base to be driven in.
Yep.
And obviously, you know, the tag team of the both of them, you know, her and Mackenzie Bailey McDowell, you know, they're a tough force. Canterbury going to be a tough force with those two. You know, if you haven't got a pitcher and catcher, you're struggling as a team. And obviously Canterbury have done their homework and put in the time and effort into these two Wahinema. And, you know, you do the hard mahi, you get the treats, and that's what's happened here. You know, they've worked hard, and you know you can see that. You know that they're in great shape, both of those girls.
Yep.
And you know, congratulations and well done. You know.
Well, there you go. Absolutely fantastic game out there for everybody to enjoy today. Hutt Valley gallant, as I mentioned, in defeat. Canterbury jubilant in winning the tournament, as the winners usually are. They're setting up for the prize giving out there now. All right, that's going to do it for here. For our coverage here at Colquhoun Ballpark as they get ready for the prize giving. We're going to end it there with Canterbury as the 2024 Under-19 Girls Champions. And it's been my pleasure to bring you this coverage. I'm Gary Rohihi with Ballpark Broadcasting, and my colour commentator, co-commentator, Bevan Martini, and Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper, and the rest of the crew. We'll say goodbye there. I will leave it to Bevan to sign us off. And we'll see you next time.
Tēnā koe, Gary. Nā mihi ki a koutou ki a Chopper Korua. E mihi atu nei ki a te whakaata Māori ko te Active Māori TV. Ka puta nā kemu o nā wahine mā. Nō reira, wakatakata hau ki te uru, wakatakata hau ki te tonga, ki a mākene ki uta, ki a mātaratara ki tai, ki a hihiaki ana te atakura e teo, e oka, e au, ti e Mauri ora.